Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Sri Guru Ayyappa Sharanam. This video, that is Dashaka 75 of Narayaneeyam, is KAMSAVADHAM. This Dashaka is based on Srimad Bhagavatam, Dashamam chapter 42, verse 32 to chapters 43 and 44. In the earlier Dashaka 74 of Narayaneeyam, we saw that Krishna and Balarama entered the city of Mathura, and end of the day they visited the hall where the Shiva Dhanush was kept, and Krishna broke that Dhanush. And next morning started with the royal drum sound announcing the wrestling match commencement at the command of King Kamsa. Citizens were welcomed and seated in the galleries around the arena. Krishna, Balarama and the Gopas were nearing the entrance. A particularly huge elephant named Kuvalayapida blocking their way. "Ho, Mahout," they shouted, "keep your elephant out of the way." In reply, the Mahout urged the huge tusker forward. Krishna gave a mighty blow on its forehead. The elephant reeled and fell dead. Placing one foot on its forehead, Krishna pulled out the tusk, dripping blood. Krishna shouldered one tusk and gave the other to Balarama, and thus, armed, the brothers entered the arena. They evoked different feelings in the onlookers. They advanced to the immense delight of the citizens. The people talked to one another about the fabulous exploits of these divine youths, how they were reputed to be avatars of great Lord and Adishesha, come to deliver the earth. Chanura and Mushtiga were already going through the mock fight. When Krishna and Balarama entered, the fight started. Chanura with Krishna and Mushtiga with Balarama. They circled round and clashed like eagles, hitting the divine youths with their iron fists. The women fainted, and even the elders murmured, "This is an unfair match, where huge wrestlers are pitted against fragile youths. When injustice is done, elders should either protest or stop it, or at least leave the place." So saying, they began to leave, but by now things began to change. The giants were rolling on the ground with Krishna and Balarama on top, fisting them ferociously. They began to vomit blood and rolled up their eyes, quite dead. There was uproar in the stands. The people, long suppressed now, shouted without restraint. Kamsa, from his throne, began to issue vain orders. "Bind them, kill Vasudeva and Ugrasena, my father." Grasping his sword, he was about to spring, but Krishna was upon him and threw him down. As he lay on the ground, Krishna, with the whole weight of the world in him, stood on his chest. Kamsa was dying. Now he saw Krishna in his real form as Sri Hari, with his garlands crowned and bejeweled with 4 hands, carrying the usual insignia and a smiling face that promised salvation even to sinners. And the onlookers saw a wonderful spectacle. A glorious luster emerged from Kamsa and slowly merged into Krishna. Kamsa had attained salvation. Krishna hastened to the prison and fell down at the feet of his parents Vasudeva and Devaki. Vasudeva and Devaki were speechless, choked by tears, and just embraced their sons. Krishna continued, "Our grandfather Ugrasena will be king, and with our support, even the guardians of the earth will come and make obeisance before him." These are the contents of this chapter, and now we will see the slokas. प्रातःसन्द्रस्तभोजक्षितिपदिवजसा प्रस्तुते मल्लतूर्ये सङ्गे राज्ञां च मञ्जान् अभिययुषि गदे नन्दगोपे बिहर्म्यं कंसे सौधाधिरूढे त्वमपि सहबलः सानुगश्चारुवेषो रङ्गद्वारं गदो भूः कुपितकुवलया बीड नागावलीढम्. Early the next morning, the frightened King Kamsa commanded the commencement of the wrestling by the beating of the drums. The assembly of the kings ascended their respective seats to witness the wrestling. Nandagopal had also gone to the palace, and Kamsa had also climbed to the top balcony of his palace. Though, along with Balrama and thy friends, dressed attractively, approached the gates of the arena, which was obstructed by the angered great elephant Kuvalayapida. पाविष्टाबेहि मार्गाद् द्रुतमिति वजसा निष्ठुर क्रुद्धबुद्धेः अम्बष्टस्य प्रणोदाद् अधिगजवजुषा हस्तिना गृह्यमाणः केलीमुक्तोऽथ गोपीकुच कलशशिरस्पर्धिनं कुम्भमस्य व्याहत्यालीयथास्त्वं चरणभुवि पुनर्नर्गदो वल्गुहासि. Those said, "O wicked one, move away from the way quickly." At this, the cruel and angry-minded Mahout prompted the elephant, who, taking great speed, caught thee in its tusks, as though in play. Thou released thyself and struck a blow on the elephant's bulging forehead, which rivaled with the Gopika's pot-like breasts. Thou then hid between the elephant's legs for some time, and then came out smilingly. हस्तप्राप्योऽप्यगम्यो जडति मुनिजनस्येव धावन् गजेन्द्रं क्रीडन्नाबात्य भूमौ पुनरपि पततः तस्य दन्दं सजीवं मूलादुन्मूल्य तन्मूलगमहितमहामौक्तिकान्यात्ममित्रे प्रादास्त्वं हारमेभिः ललितविरचितं राधिकायै दिशेति. To the sages who meditate, just as you seem to be in their grasp, but suddenly elude them, Hare, so also you escaped even when you were in the grasp of the elephant, running away just when it seemed to catch hold of you. Thou then playfully threw him on the ground. As he again rushed towards thee, you pulled out its tooth from the root of its tusk. From there emerged priceless large pearls, which you gave to thy friend, asking him to get them made into a beautiful necklace and give it to Radha. Grinanam dandamamse yudhamathalina rangamanga vishandam त्वां मङ्गल्याङ्गभङ्गीरव सहृदमनो लोचना वीक्ष्य लोकाः हंहो धन्यो हि नन्दो नहि नहि पशुबालाङ्गना नो यशोदा नो नो धन्ये क्षणाः स्म स्त्रिजगति वयमे वेदि सर्वे शशंसुः. O Hare, carrying the tusk on the shoulder as though entered the arena with Balrama, everyone's eyes and minds were forcefully drawn towards thy auspicious form. The people exclaimed, "Oh, fortunate indeed is Nanda. No, no, the Gopikas. No, Yashoda. No, no, we, the onlookers, are fortunate. We alone are fortunate indeed," in 3 words. Thus everyone declared. Purnam Brahmaiva Sakshad Niravadi Paramananda Sandra Pragasham Goveshu Tvam Vyalasihi Nagalu Bahujanaihi Tavadavedido Bhuh दृष्ट्वा तत्त्वां तदेदं प्रथममुपगते पुण्यकाले जनौखाः पूर्णानन्दाविपापाः सरसमभिजगुः त्वत्कृतानि स्मृतानि. Not many people had the knowledge that those who shone and lived among the Gopas were Brahman incarnate and the essence of supreme bliss and pure consciousness, free from all limitations. For many of them, the auspicious time had arisen that they saw thee for the first time and were full of bliss and became free from sin and joyfully narrated thy deeds which they remembered. चाणूरो मल्लवीर तदनु नृपगिरा मुष्टिगो मुष्टिशाली त्वां रामं चाभिवेदे छडछडितिमिधो मुष्टिपादादिरूक्षम् उत्पादापादनाकर्षण विविधरणान्यासदां तत्र चित्रं मृत्योः प्रागेव मल्लप्रभुरगमदयं भूरिशो बन्धमोक्षान्. At the king's command, the champion wrestler Chanur and the boxer Mushtika attacked thee and Balarama. There were mutual and loud and fierce blows of fists, throwing up, pushing down, and dragging, and various such methods of fight were used. What a wonder it is that the leading wrestler Chanur, even before his death, attained bondage and release many times at thy hands. हादिकष्टं कुमारौ सुललितवपुषौ मल्लवीरौ कठोरौ न द्रक्ष्यामो व्रजामं त्वरितमिति जने भाषमाणे तदानीं चाणूरं तं करोद्ब्राह्मण विगलदसुं प्रोधयामासितोर्व्यां पिष्टो भून्मुष्टिगो धृतमदहलिना नष्टशिष्टैर्दधावे. Alas, how bad! The two boys are tender-bodied and the two wrestlers are tough. We will go away quickly and not see this unequal contest. Thus the people were talking among themselves. Just then, you caught hold of Chanura's arm and whirled him round and threw him dead on the ground. Mushtika was also quickly crushed to death by Balrama. The remaining wrestlers ran away out of fear. Kamsas samvarya turyam khalamadiraviden karyamaryan pidrumstan ahandum vyaptamurtehe tavaja samashishal duramulsaranaya rushto dushtokti Tvam Garuda Ivagirim Manja Manjanudanjad Khadgavyaval Gadusangrahamabija Hatat Pragrahira Ugraseni. Kamsa asked for the drums to be stopped. Then the wicked one, not knowing what to do, ordered for thy respected parents to be killed. O omnipresent Lord, he also ordered that though be driven away to a remote place, though were very annoyed at these wicked words, though leaped with determination to the throne of Kamsa, to the highest balcony of his palace, like a Garuda ascends to the top of the mountain, and gripped him, the son of Ugrasena, though he was difficult to catch hold of because he resisted with brandishing a sword. Sadyo nishpishta sandhim bhuvi narapadimabatya tasyo varishtad toya vetye tadaiva tadupari patidanāginām pushpa vrishti kinkim brūmastadanim sadadamabhibhiya todgadatma sabeje सायुज्यं त्वद्दधोथा परमपरमियं वासना कालनेमे. Immediately crushing his joints, thou hurled the king on the ground and jumped on his body. At that very moment, the gods in heaven showered flowers on thee. What shall I say? O Supreme Being, though Kamsa always remembered thee out of fear, he attained union with thee as a result of thou killing him. This was due to his vasana, that is past life's tendency as Kalanemi in his previous birth, who was killed by Bhagavan. तद्भ्रातृर्नष्टपिष्टादृदमदपितरौ सन्नमन्नुग्रसेनं कृत्वा राजानमुच्चैः यदुकुलमखिलं मोदयन् कामदानैः भक्तानामुत्तमं चोद्धवममरगुरोः आप्तनीतिं सखायं लब्ध्वा तुष्टो नगर्यां पवनपुरपदे रुन्धि मे सर्वरोगान्. Quickly then, though killed Kamsa's 8 brothers, prostrating before thy parents, thou made Ugrasena the king and made the whole Yadava clan greatly happy by giving them what they desired. Though then got Uddhava as friend, who was the greatest of devotees and had received instructions into the laws of ethics from Brahaspati, though resided in the capital with satisfaction. Hare Guru Ayyappa, deign to remove all my ailments. With this, the Saga 75 Kamsavadha has been completed. Now, to end this video, we will listen to Sati Suresh Bhajan song.
अच्युतं केशवं रामनारायणं कृष्णदामोदरं वासुदेवं हरिं श्रीधरं माधवं गोपिकावल्लभं जानकीनायकं रामचन्द्रं भजे. अच्युतं केशवं सत्यभामाधवं माधवं श्रीधरं राधिकाराधितम् इन्दिरामन्दिरं चेतसा सुन्दरं देवकीनन्दनं नन्दजं सन्तते विष्णवे जिष्णवे शङ्खिणे चक्रिणे रुक्मिणी रागिणे जानकी जानये पल्लवी वल्लभायार्चितायात्मने कंसवे ध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः. कंसवे ध्वंसिने वंशिने ते नमः.